Okay, good afternoon. My name is Monica Lazinski and I am here at Koala Park doing my cert. Thank you. My cert to animal studies. My student number is 37851625. My supervisor at the park is Emily. So today I am doing my prac assessment on my basic first aid. Okay, so I'm just using this stuffed toy for the scenario. Okay, so this dog has been hit by a car. So I've just seen it's been hit by a car and it's stumbled over onto the side of the road. So me being an animal attendant and having first aid, I've always got gloves on hand and a first aid kit in my car. Okay, never know when you'll need it. Okay, so I'll just approach the dog just very carefully because it may be aggressive. Okay, obviously it's going to be in pain and it's going to be afraid. Okay, so we don't know what it might do to us, so I'll just have to be extra cautious. So in approaching the dog, I guess you just have to be calm and just have a soft voice and just move slowly when you initially approach the dog. So I can just see he's already lying on his side, so I'm not even going to move him. We are out of danger, okay? There. And we're out of danger. So I don't need to move the dog at all. I'm just having a look at his eyes. His eyes are open, so he's conscious. I can see he's panting, okay? So he's breathing and he's conscious. So I don't need to do anything else with his airway or his breathing, okay? I'm just going to have a look, just gently touching, just looking for any abnormalities, no broken bones. He does have just a big cut on the back leg, so he's bleeding quite a lot. So I'll just get my first aid kit. So as I said, the only time you would move the animal is if there is a great danger to yourself or the animal, such as vehicles or fire, etc. Okay, but we're just out of the way, so I won't need to move the dog. So I'm just focusing on the cut on the dog's leg. So I've just opened up a sterile dressing, okay, to put over the cut, okay. So I'd be reassuring the animal. Obviously if I needed assistance or if the scenario was a bit more serious or if I needed to move the dog straight away, I would get bystanders to help, okay. So I'm just bandaging over the wound just to slow down the bleeding and eventually hopefully stop the bleeding, okay. Trying obviously to move the dog as little as possible. Okay, so that's all we need for the wound. So next I will get a towel. Always have towels in the back of your car, or a blanket, or even better if you had a really large piece of stiff cardboard. It makes it much easier to slide under the dog without having to move it very much at all. Okay, so I'd obviously get someone to help me. This dog's a little bit on the medium to larger size, so Obviously it's more than a one-man job, but obviously I just very carefully try and get the towel all the way under the dog, moving it as little as possible. Just talking to the dog in a reassuring manner. Okay, and then after that step, I would get someone to help me lift the dog up with the towel or whatever we've got and transport it over to a vehicle where it would need to be restrained just so it doesn't, so its injury doesn't get any worse while we're driving over to the vet. But also keeping in mind that if I had time, I could also check on the dog's respiratory rate and heart rate, which you can do by feeling for the dog's heart rate, obviously feeling for the heart beating and counting how many beats in 15 seconds and then multiplying that number by 4. So obviously if dogs are excited, happy or in pain, their heart rate tends to shoot up, or else if they're in shock, obviously their heart rate will slow down. So same with the respiratory rate, you can count how many times the dog breathes in 15 seconds and multiply that number by 4 to get how many breaths per minute. Okay. Yep, and then once this dog's been transported in the vehicle to the vets will do further tests such as x-rays in case there are any breaks, or blood tests if need be or whatnot. And so that's it for now, and looks like this guy's going to pull through. Thank you, bye.